Okay guys, so I didn't update you last week because I had no voice last week. I was super sick last week actually. And so I think that would have been week 1 update. So this should be week 2. If it's wrong, I'll put that somewhere around here if it is. But so I am on week 2. I have upped my dose. I'm up to 2 30 milligram pills a day. So I take 60 milligrams every day. And I've noticed a big difference. So it's also hard for me to tell how many of these symptoms are from strictly the medicine and how many are also from like me being sick this past week. So I'll talk about the things I'm pretty sure are from it and then talk about some of the other things I'm still trying to figure out. So the first is I'm one big scaly mess, like all the time. Makeup, I'm finding, whether it's liquid or powders. I don't use foundation. I use like concealers or BB creams and like some powders sometimes, but they itch my face. My face is definitely sensitive, like even more, which is horrible because I'm already had super sensitive skin, so whatever. So today I actually just have concealer under my eyes and that's it. And then mascara. Otherwise I don't have any makeup, and you can see I am red. I do have some acne still. I'm just like even touching right here just hurts. Like it's weird. I do have a cyst here. And I know that, again, I'm not getting like great lighting for you guys for some reason. I'm not sure why my camera blurs everything. I mean, it's nice in some ways, but you can see like I'm just red, inflamed and all that. So I know that that's a pretty common symptom for it, but that is definitely one. I wake up every morning and I just have super dry skin all through here. I also have it right here, but I also sleep on this side of my face, so I'm pretty sure all the things I put on my face to help keep my face moisturized get rubbed off, and so that's why this side of my face tends to get drier. I have started using a humidifier in my room since it's getting colder. I think it's helping, I'm not really sure. My lips are constantly dry and really, like I'll use chapsticks, but the only thing that lasts for longer than like a half hour or feels good is Aquaphor. That really has kind of been my saving grace this last month or so. As far as other symptoms, body is still super dry, but face-wise, I do feel like I'm breaking out less for sure. I'm definitely breaking out less. But obviously, as you saw, I do still get some things. The other thing that I'm not sure if it's because I was sick or if it's related to the drug, because I know this is also a symptom of it, but my joints have been super achy. I feel like an old lady. They get super stiff and like, I'm kind of like feeling super achy. And I'm also like really tired. I don't know that that's a symptom of it, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like I just can't have, like I just don't have energy. I don't know, it's weird. But the joints, I'm kind of thinking are from the drug, because that started like pretty much right after I upped it. So I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna be achy. I've been stretching like every night before I go to bed, really trying to stretch out and just move my joints really good. And that seems to be actually helping. I probably should stretch in the morning and at night, and I bet I'll see even better results that way. I also thought about maybe looking into supplements that might kind of help my body during this time. Not sure yet if I'm gonna go that route or not. Oh, and the other thing was I got this huge like eczema patch here that was horrible, and I tried like a bunch of like the things I was using on my face, and it just was not clearing it up. And so then I went to Rite Aid. I got this eczema cream that has 1% hydrocortisone in it, and it cleared it up in 2 days. Like within the first day, it was looking a ton better. And I put it on like 4 times a day, I think it was. And it it is a godsend. Like, I will be using that anytime an eczema flare happens during this process. I might even try it on some of my kids because some of my kids struggle with that also. So, all right, well, I don't have anything else to update. Not this week, but next week I have my follow-up doctor's appointment finally. I had to reschedule it, and thankfully she didn't give me a hard time about getting my next month's worth. But I don't expect anything from that appointment, but when that happens, I'll let you know. All right, see ya. Hey guys, so I thought I would come on here a little early. It's not been the next week for Accutane, but I just feel like I need to talk about how I'm feeling. I think my exhaustion and my aches is not from being sick, because I'm not sick anymore, and it's getting worse. Today my head hurts really bad actually, and my back and my joints are killing me. I'm just exhausted. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't feel good right now. And I just think about how I have 4 more months of this to go, over 4 months, and I'm just like, I don't know if this is worth it. I don't know if I can do this again for 4 months. It brings back all of the like endo stuff and remembering what life was like. And I don't want to go back to that. So I think at my appointment, I'm going to ask my doctor if I can go down to 40 and see if that will help. And because when I was at 30, I actually felt pretty good. And I know, so some dermatologists let you do a lower dose for longer, so it doesn't affect your body so hard. So I'm going to see if instead of doing the 60, if she'll let me go down to 40 and try that for a month and see how that feels, because I don't know if I have to stay at this, and if it continues this way, it just gets worse. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this for 4 months through the holidays and everything. So, hey guys, so I thought I would do my update for you here while I'm driving. I've got a really busy day, and it's already a couple days kind of late because it's been kind of a crazy week. My son was in the hospital and has been sick, so it's been one of those weeks, and I haven't been able to update you like I normally would. But I know that I had done the update earlier about how I was feeling physically, so I thought it wasn't a huge deal, and I did take pictures of the 3-week mark. So I'll insert those here, and as you can see, I'm still getting active breakouts that are healing faster, the ones that aren't cystic, but I am still getting active breakouts. But the one thing I have noticed is that I am not getting any more body acne, which is really nice, because that stuff was just as painful as the cysts around my jawline, which I currently have. And right now I have some healing spots on my face and lots of dry patches that are peeling pretty bad and getting kind of raw, so I'm trying to manage those. But yeah, they're pretty bad. And I'll show you some pictures. I've got some here around my mouth and up by my eye that are just having a hard time healing. So as far as the body aches, that is actually like 100 times better, like not even kidding. As you know, I did up my dose to 60 milligrams, and I was taking both of them in the evening. So I was taking 230 milligrams at night. My thought process was that it would hit my body while I was sleeping, and by the time I woke up, most of those horrible symptoms would be faded, at least. But that was not the case for me. It was pretty bad. And so I just decided on my own to switch the milligrams and do the one pill in the morning and the one pill at night. And honestly, since then, I've had like no pain compared to what it was before. I am still sore and creaky or stiff, I guess you could say, in my joints, but it is definitely nothing that is prohibiting me from doing anything. I don't feel like I need to not move. I don't feel like I need to just lay around. I am still kind of tired, but it's been a heck of a month between me getting super sick and then Liam getting sick and going to the hospital. It's just been a bad month for sleep. Otherwise, switching my milligrams is really helpful. So then yesterday I actually had my doctor's appointment, which was another reason why I wanted to wait to film this, because it was my follow-up for after being on it and upping my dose. And she said she's happy with where I am, not to expect the face to stop breaking out until like almost the last month. That is kind of that sweet spot, and until then to expect random breakouts as it happens. And I'm still getting cysts right around my cycle. So she said the whole body aches and the milligrams, she said pretty much do what works for my body, to keep in contact with her and everything. But if this is working, she's totally fine with it. And she said if it starts to get bad again, to let her know and we can switch how we dose, where maybe I do my heavy day once and then do a half day the next day, and then go alternate between them. So if you're in this journey and you're struggling really bad physically, like, I don't know, personally, I feel like with my face being dry and all of that, I would rather push through it so I can be done with it than lower my dose so I'm not having as many dry skin issues. However, when you can't move and you're ready to cry because you're in so much pain, that's something different in my opinion. And if you're struggling with the depression side of it or the anxiety side of the drug, I would ask your doctor about switching up the dose and experimenting with it and seeing what works for your body. Everybody's is different. Some people can handle the higher dose and just plow through it. Others, their bodies are sensitive to it and it doesn't work. And taking a longer route to feeling better and getting this cure is not the end of the world. It will be better for you to have a life during this time than to be isolated. And so, I don't know, I guess because I've lived that isolation before because of the endometriosis, I just really want to encourage you that doing it alone is not the answer. That if you have a good doctor, lean into them. Go online, find forums, go on YouTube, you know, like, let's talk about it down below and really encourage each other. What has worked for us, products that work for us. That's going to be my next video on Accutane, is products that are working for me. And I want to know more, because obviously I'm still dealing with some really rough patches on my face. So I haven't got it all figured out, but there are some things that I can tell make a noticeable difference in my skin. And I want to share those with you. I want to tell you what they are. I want to help. I want to be there with you and not just do this on my own. Like, yeah, it sucks to have to go places and my face looks horrible and people are looking at me like, wow, what's that? And when I put makeup on, it makes it worse because it dries it out even more. That's something I would love to know. What makeup do you guys use? Everything I use dries me out horribly and makes it even worse. And I'm like, I try to avoid it, you know, because every time I start getting some headway on the dry patches, I put makeup on to even out my skin tone or whatever, or cover up some of the blemishes, and I end up starting all over again, and it's super frustrating. So that's my little spiel for today. Probably won't make my next update as long unless something drastic happens. I felt like this was a big week, and I really wanted to talk about it and explain it and go through it with you guys, because hopefully I've got this kind of settled down a bit, and now it's just a matter of trying to figure out what works on my face to help these dry patches. Hey guys, so it has officially been the end of 2 months. I'm actually a couple days late, but I'll insert some pictures from the end of this month so to know how it looks. As you can see, definitely had some pretty good breakouts this month. These are actually all like healing. They're flat, there's nothing there. It's just ones that are healing, but they actually did kind of hang on for a while. But anyway, so let's go into how the 2 months went, or the second month went. So honestly, it wasn't that great. I really think the Accutane is hitting me hard. I mean, you saw in the one clip that the pain level was pretty bad for a while there. So I got it fixed by doing 1 pill in the morning and 1 pill at night, but I'm still not like fully there, I guess. I am functional for sure, but my exhaustion is out of this world. I've started taking vitamin B12 and vitamin D. I probably don't get enough of those for 2 reasons. So it's pretty cold out here now and I'm not outside that much anymore. So I'm not getting my vitamin D like I used to. And vitamin B12, I don't eat a ton of meat. It's just not something that's appealing to me. So I don't get vitamin B12 very easily in my diet. So I started taking supplements for that. And I do think that has helped. I don't have such extreme brain fog anymore, as I'm like stuttering over my words. But I do still feel kind of like just out of it. As you can probably tell, I'm sick again. I just, yeah, kind of just feel run down this month. And I think a lot of it has to do with the Accutane. I don't like admitting that because I still have 4 months to go. My doctor's visit went well and she was super sweet about it. But this month was a little tricky. So I do have a video in mind that I think I'm ready to film for sure for skincare with Accutane. It's how to exfoliate while on Accutane. So if you know anything about Accutane, your skin is super sensitive and super, like it just breaks easy. And so you're not supposed to really exfoliate much when you're on it, your typical exfoliants. Like you're not allowed to like wax your body at all, like no waxing your legs or your eyebrows or anything like that. None of that, that's not allowed because your skin is so fragile while on Accutane. And so I have a problem though where I have like huge dry patches, and if it doesn't, if I don't exfoliate it properly, this is what happens. It just becomes this raw flake that peels off when I wash my face. And so I think I found something that helps prevent this on top of the skincare, because if you add the moisturizers, but it's just this huge dry patch everywhere, then it's not actually healing the skin. You're just putting it on top of it. So I'm ready, I think, to do that. They're unconventional, kind of. Some of them are semi-unconventional, and some are just gentle ways of exfoliating that doesn't destroy your skin, but allows the skincare, the moisturizers and all that to actually work on your face better so that you're not getting more dry patches. I am convinced that my entire face would look like this if I didn't do these things for exfoliating. So I will be making that video soon, trying to space out my videos so I'm not like heavy skincare, heavy cleaning videos. I'm trying to bounce it around for you guys so that you have a nice variety of things to watch. So I'm not sure exactly when that's gonna come out, but definitely be on the lookout for that. And if it's something that you guys think you would like, make sure to comment below. Let me know what you guys are in your journey, what things you're finding that you love. Of course, the classic is Aquaphor, but let me know some of those other things that you've tried that you like using. Even if you don't have Accutane, I've never had dry skin like this in my life before. Definitely struggling with how to care for those things. I did find one eczema cream that actually does seem to work really well with like a cortisone in it. So I will maybe show that in one of my videos also for you guys. That's just good in general for anyone who's struggling with eczema. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Still got the body aches. Headaches aren't super bad, but I'm super exhausted. 3 o'clock, I'm like done for the day, which is bad because I still have at least 5 hours to go.
before my kids are even in bed, and it's like the end of the night. So trying to figure that all out, stretching like crazy. Sciatica seems to be acting up. So just trying to plug away for the next 4 months. It's holiday season, so I'm not real thrilled about how horrible I'm feeling for the holidays. You could probably tell, like, my eyes are like, they're just droopy, like they're just tired looking all the time, and I hate looking like that. So that's 2 months for me. Started 3 months. Hopefully this month will go a little bit better, but I don't have much hope for it. So, all right, I guess I'll see you in the next one. Bye.